going on, guys? We are live. Like I said, today is the day for the Nike SBs rodeos. Let me know in the comments, man, if y'all going after them. Hey, let me know if y'all is gonna be a go-to shoe for y'all. Like I said, it's a nice clean shoe. It definitely will be dropping on sneakers app. Definitely gonna be a drawing for these. That will be around 10 a.m. Eastern time over here. It definitely will be dropping. So just be mindful. Just make sure you have all your information ready. These will be dropping soon. Hopefully, you guys be able to get them for retail. So you have to pay resale for these because I know a lot of people have them. They got them from their skate shops, and it also been trying to get them from other places, resources too, than just getting them from sneakers app. But like I said, overall, it's definitely a nice clean shoe to have. If you're interested to know, it definitely will be coming up at 10 a.m. on Sneakers app. So, like I said, it definitely will be dropping soon. So, hopefully, you can get it for retail and, it'll be a great release. So, we'll see how it goes. It's definitely going to be a move for a lot of people trying to get these. So, let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Like I said, we got two, we might have a shock drop on not on SBs, on the white cement fours. It definitely be having maybe a shock drop or early access on these. So, like I said, it's definitely going to be a crazy day today. See how it's going to be, especially if they're going to give us early access or they're going to give us a shock drop soon. So, like I said, we'll see how it goes, especially when it comes to trying to obtain these, especially for retail, and so we don't have to pay resale for these. So it's definitely gonna be a move, especially when it comes to this. So like I said, it's definitely today you got the Nike SB rodeos. It's definitely will be dropping soon on sneakers app. So if you're going for them, make sure you, like I said, make sure you have more than one device. Make sure you have that ready. Make sure you have your Apple Pay, your PayPal ready. All these things ready to where you'll be ready when they drop. When it drops at 10 a.m. on Sneakers app. So, like I said, we just here just talking about these rodeos. We'll be dropping. Like I said, it's a nice shoe. Speaking, being homage to where it's supposed to be a controversy with these shoes, especially when it comes to being a Black History Month shoe, or at the same time, people just steered it in a different way when it comes to just being black rodeo owners. So yeah, to cop these shoes for homage for the black rodeo, and it's just showing homage to that. And also they, as like I said, it had controversy when it came to Black History Month. So I mean it's a good clean shoe, man. I mean a lot of people are kind of like not interested in it because they ain't like the storyline with it, but at the same time, it's still SB, and a lot of people still will be going for it. Hey guys, it's 16 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button, man. We talking about the Nike rodeos. It's definitely gonna be hitting. What's going on, MC? Say hi, everybody, and say 16 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Like I said, we talking about the Nike SBs, rodeos. Is definitely will be hitting soon on the sneakers app. Hopefully, you guys are trying to go after those for retail. It's definitely gonna be doing a drawing. Good morning. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. 16 people in the chat, guys. Your video game. Oh, I got a lot of video games, man. It's definitely a go-to, man, especially having a lot of video games. I'm a gamer too, but I play that periodically when I get a chance to. Like I said, we're just here talking about the Nike SB rodeos if you're trying to go after that. What's up, Levi? Hey, everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, man. Hit that like button. Show you guys y'all in this chat, man. It's 10 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Show you guys y'all here on this live, so we can still have our day, man. It's our day, man. And it's overall, like I said, we sitting here just talking about the Nike SBs that will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Hopefully y'all can be able to get them for retail, because like I said, they're gonna be doing a drawing for these. Definitely gonna be a go-to shoe to have. I like the colorway. Like I said, it's a good colorway. Got that teal green, definitely good for the spring and the summer. Definitely a go-to, especially when it comes to that. And just try to be ready for that, because it's gonna be a go-to for that shoe. It's gonna be a good looking shoe. It's definitely gonna be a good looking shoe. Good morning, wife. Welcome to the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we got the Nike SBs. Will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Hopefully, you guys can go after them. They're definitely gonna be a good shoe to have in the collection. So good morning. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me know y'all in the chat, guys. Like I said, it's definitely gonna be a good looking shoe to have. Just be ready to have it ready. Have your notifications ready. Have more than one device ready. is definitely going to be the move, especially for that. Just be ready for it, man. It's gonna be a good looking shoe. Like I said, if you hit, it's definitely gonna be a great thing to have in the collection. Knowing being a Nike SB. Like I said, we also gonna have the white cement for us. Hopefully, we can get shock drop on those. Maybe get early access today. Like I said, today, between today and maybe Tuesday, we possibly gonna get some type of something from Nike. You know, we're gonna get an EA, or we're gonna get some type of potential shock drop. So, like I said, these shoes will be dropping soon, May 24th. If you're trying to go after those, it's definitely gonna be a go-to shoe in your collection, especially for a lot of sneakerheads. Just like myself, we want to try to grab those for retail, so we don't have to pay. 10 a.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m. Central time on Sneakers app. So make sure you be ready, guys. It's definitely going to drop soon. You definitely don't want to miss out on that, man, because especially with the White Cement 4s. White Cement 4s probably going to drop like around 2 p.m. I don't see them dropping around noon, but we'll see how they're going to go with that, because sometimes they drop at noon, sometimes they drop at around 2 o'clock. So just be ready. Like I said, I'll have more info on that to where we can go live and we can talk about those two as well. So like I said, we got the Nike SB rodeos and we got the potential early access on the white cement 4s, because they definitely gonna be dropping soon. Like I said, we just don't know when. Like I said, I just think today they actually gonna do actual early access or some type of shock drop before the release. Was we literally got 2 weeks before the release, so they gotta do something in order for us to know to get rid of a lot of their pairs, or they can just hold them back and then they may do like a early access after the release. They just want to see what they're gonna drop when the actual release come out and see how many they're gonna sell out, and then that's when they'll probably do like another restock or that nature with that. Because at the same time, you know, you got other retailers as well. You guys Foot Locker, you got Champs, all these guys as well. They're gonna be doing as well, doing um drawings and, you know, doing reserves for these particular shoes. Will be dropping soon. Like I said, this is gonna be the most anticipated shoe for the year, man, especially for these white cement 4s. So I definitely consider y'all. Let's just try to put y'all raffles in, y'all entries in on Foot Locker. Make sure y'all, you know, don't put your eggs in one basket, especially because of sneakers, because it could be a hit or miss when it comes to that, especially that being a big release. And a lot of people gonna go after it. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be coming outside. They ain't bought shoes from years, and they want to get this shoe because it reminds them of their childhood, their marriage, everything. Especially when it comes to they want to get this shoe. So, like I said, just be ready today. They definitely probably do a shock drop or maybe early access for these white cement 4s. So we'll see how it goes with that. But all in all, like I said, they definitely today they're gonna have the Nike SB rodeos will be dropping on the sneakers app. Just be ready. Like I said, they're gonna do a drawing, so just make sure you have more than one device ready, because they definitely gonna drop soon on sneakers, and it's gonna be a good price. I think it'll be like 135, so it's not a bad price for these shoes. So like I said, I would try to be ready because they definitely will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. So if you want those rodeo SB lows, go for them. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go after them. Like I said, definitely, you know, cross my fingers so we can get this dub. So we'll see how it goes with that and go from there. But like I said, we got other releases coming up. Like I said, we got the Deion Sanders varsity reds. Those definitely will be dropping soon. We got the Sakai's as well, all 3 colorways. Those gonna be dropping soon. And you know, we got different types of releases. We got the Carmelo Anthony 12s. Those gonna be dropping soon. So we got a lot of fire coming out in May. Like I said, from the last couple of lives, like I said, May is stacked, especially when it comes to a lot of, you know, different releases and, you know, different colorways, different releases, and it's gonna be the move. Definitely gonna be a move. So as I said, today maybe be early access for these SB4 for these white cement 4s. So hopefully you can get them for retail, so you gotta pay resale for them. So we just have to wait and see what Nike gonna do, especially when it comes to the actual initial drop, and be able to get them for retail, because that's the main goal, is try to get them for retail. But like I said, we got less than probably 52 minutes. Like I said, we're gonna be dropping these rodeo SB lows. It definitely be dropping on sneakers. Hopefully you can be ready for them. Like I said, make sure you have multiple devices. Make sure you, like I said, make sure you have Apple Pay and PayPal ready, so you can be able to cop these for a good price, especially for retail, so you don't have to pay resale for these. Because I know a lot of people trying to go after these. Like I said, a lot of people already went to their skate shops in their local cities. They already went and copped them already and won their raffles and hit on these. So, because they want to try to go on sneakers, and hopefully, don't take an L. So, like I said, we'll see how it goes, man. It's like I said, we never know. It might be a lot of L's. It might be a lot of like a lot of color, color pairs that be around. I'm sure it'd be a lot of pairs around, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, and definitely will be dropping on sneakers, so just be ready for that. I want to get them myself. And the Empire State in War. What about your thoughts, brother? It's difficult, man. Especially all these wars and all these terrorists and stuff going on, man. It's crazy how things going on in these worlds, man. It's just they need to just end a lot of this stuff and just try to have peace with everybody and just we should have a peaceful world. We shouldn't have all these type of wars and all that stuff just so for political power, because that's pretty much what it is, political power. It's crazy though, man. But like I said, we sit here talking about positive vibes here on this live. Hit that like button, show some love, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we here talking about the Nike SB lows, rodeos that definitely will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Hopefully, you guys are trying to go after those. It's definitely gonna be a go-to shoe to have in the collection if you don't have like that teal type colorway. And also, like I said, it tells a story. A lot of people, like I said, they have a controversy with this shoe being like a Black History Month shoe, or at the same time, it's not sending homage to Black history. And it's just been a lot of stuff going back and forth with this particular shoe, but it's not stopping the consumer to trying to buy him, because person actually really want to, or the people that actually are sneakerheads, or let alone the skateboarders, they want this shoe. So at the same time, you want to try to get them. It definitely be dropping in less than 50 minutes. We got 40 minutes left. Definitely will be dropping on sneakers app, and they're gonna be drawing, so it's gonna be ready. So just be ready, and then like I said, maybe later on, Nike maybe do early access on the Nike white cement fours. It's definitely gonna be a good. It's gonna be some type of day, man. Like I said, especially when it comes to these. So just be ready. Like I said, we're just getting up early so we can get prepared. But it's drop, and it definitely will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Both shoes will be dropping on the sneakers app. So at the same time, it's just gonna be crazy, man. Hopefully, we can get them and we can move on to the next release. Because like I said, we got the white cement fours will be dropping soon on sneakers app. I don't want y'all to miss out on those, because it's definitely gonna be a good shoe to have if you're a Jordan collector or just a sneakerhead. It's definitely a good look shoe, especially for the summer, and just for right now in the spring. So just be mindful. Like I said, make sure you do all your raffles. Make sure you do all those things from Foot Locker, Champs, JD Sports, all these things, so you can be able to better your chance of trying to cop this shoe for retail. Because, like I said, you gonna have a whole bunch of people coming outside and they want to get this shoe. Like I said, they ain't bought shoes from decades, but when they saw that shoe coming re-releasing, they definitely want to try to get these. Like, it's definitely gonna be the move, especially for a lot of people. So just be mindful. May 24th, they definitely will be dropping on sneakers app, and it's gonna be the move. Like I said, it's definitely gonna be the move. And like I said, today we just here talking about the SB4 rodeos, lows. They definitely will be dropping soon. Sneakers app at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So just be ready. Like I said, we have multiple devices, so you can be able to get these for retail. So it's gonna be crazy, man. Like I said, it's been crazy last night, with the NBA, the Knicks, beating the Celtics, it was crazy. It was a crazy move, especially with that. Like I said, the Cavs, they lost, they lost by 1 point. It's crazy how NBA playoffs can just do a turn on a lot of stuff, but we got to get better. We got to get our wins so we can try to tie the series up. Shouldn't have to be leading behind, 0-2, but, it is what it is at the moment. So we have to try to tie the series up. But same time, Oklahoma City, look Oklahoma City doing over there. They destroying the Nuggets, It was like 145 and 10 something. Like, they destroyed them. Like, these playoffs be crazy, man, especially when it comes to just these teams just being electrified, especially around this time of the year. It's how it goes. They wait all year to try to get here, and they want to make sure they know, so they got to get that Larry O'Brien trophy. So which that's fine, but we got to work for it. Cavs, we got to get out of it. We got to be the one coming out of the East. There's no reason why we shouldn't. But like I said, you got these Nike SBs, rodeos will be dropping on Sneakers app. Hopefully, you guys to be able to get them for retail. It definitely will be a move for a lot of people that wants those. Like I said, it's a good looking shoe. It has a teal color. Have like some type of rope, especially it represents the rodeo, the rope from the bulling, from pulling them in. It got a good thing going for that. You're getting the cement forest, absolutely. Absolutely. When they drop on sneakers, hopefully, if they do the early access, hopefully I'll be there to get in, get a smooth checkout, and we'll be rolling with that. Hopefully, you guys are going for them. You going for them as well? Let me know in the comments if you're going for them. Because, like I said, definitely that's gonna be a go-to shoe, especially for a lot of people for 2025. It's definitely that white cement for it. They already got that up there for sneaker of the year for a lot of people. They already got that up there on their list. So, like I said, it's gonna be a crazy day, man. Like I said, we're gonna maybe get early access for these. So hopefully, like I said, just stick around. Probably like around 2 p.m. Eastern time. If we be dropping on the sneakers app, hopefully, especially like around that window time, especially when it comes to early access. I want them, but I know it's going to be hectic, bro. Oh yeah, most definitely. I can't say it's not going to be because, like I said, that shoe maybe do like the might do the same damage like they did with the Lost and Founds. Like that shoe, that's how astronomical this shoe going to be, especially when it comes to trying to get these. Because now you see what happened with the Lost and Founds. The sneakers app crashed because everybody wanted that shoe, and that from being an hour and a half draw, it literally just crashed. Like the first like 30 seconds that app crashed. Like it was crazy. It was godlike. Like it was crazy. But like I said, it may be at the same episode with these white cement fours, man. It's definitely gonna be a crazy release. So we'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully, they do the early access or they do a shock drop today. And they might smooth out the pressure of these, but like I said, as of now, it's a lot of pressure on those shoes, man. Like I said, it's a lot of people already went and paid resale for them because they feel that they're going afraid they're gonna take an L on it. But I don't think that's gonna be the move. But like I said, I know it's gonna be a lot of pairs around, but you don't want to mess around. Like I said, just make sure you do your homework. Go to Foot Locker, Champs, JD Sports, all these foot sites, so you can try to better your chance of copping them because it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be a hectic release, man. But like I said, definitely today, like I said, we got to talk about the SB4 rodeos. Hopefully, you guys try to go after these. Definitely gonna be a good shoe to have in your collection. If you're an SB fan, and let alone if you're into the history of rodeo and the Cowboys and all that stuff, definitely a good shoe to have in your collection because it tells a story. But like I said, it's like a controversy of a story because a lot of people think like History Month shoe, and it wasn't what Nike intended to be. So a lot of people got kind of like off track with it. So they figure if they want to get the shoe or not, it's up in the air for them. But like I said, we got less than 45 minutes for this shoe to drop. So hit that like button, guys. Let me know y'all in the comments. There's 3 people in the chat. Hopefully we'll get more people in the chat so we can talk about more about these releases, man. Because definitely gonna be the move, especially when it comes to trying to cop these shoes for retail. And it's gonna be a good looking shoe, man. Like I said, both shoes gonna be the rodeos, gonna be a good looking shoe, and these white cement Jordan 4 is gonna be the move. Like I said, you don't want to miss out on it, man. Like I said, I'm gonna keep doing my live so I can be able to give y'all more info, give y'all more of an edge to try to get these to be closer to this shoe, so you don't have to pay resale for these. Because if they go into resale, they gonna at least go be about $400 after release. Literally $400. It ain't gonna drop down no 300. It's gonna be 400 or plus, especially for this shoe. And definitely, like I said, a lot of people gonna come outside and get them. They definitely will be coming outside and get these. Like you got old heads like myself. You got new heads. They definitely gonna try to get these because they like the look on their feet. They see people that are on their feet already. Like I said, it's gonna be a hectic release. So like I said, overall, definitely gotta say we got the rodeo SBs. Definitely will be dropping today. It's their day for that. Like I said, it's a week. Maybe have a question mark on the Jordan 4. So we'll see how that goes with the shock drop. Hopefully we get one. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I cannot see them not having one. No, we got 2 weeks left, and then the release will be dropping soon for these. So like I said, it has to drop between today or definitely by Tuesday or Monday. It has to drop. Like I said, I know it's gonna be a shark drop, so I just feel it. It definitely will be. So we just have to just wait around and see. So, like I said, it just never fails because, like, I know other shoes, especially when it comes to Jordan 4s, they had shock drops on. So, I cannot see these not having a shock drop, especially this particular shoe. I don't see it at all, not having a shock drop. So, we definitely going to see that in the worst. Like I said, hopefully it be today. So, like I said, today, like I said, we talking about the Nike SBs. Like I said, it's a good looking shoe. Hopefully, a lot of people is trying to, change their minds or not, want to get them now Cause like I said, I like them. I like the colorway. I mean, I like the story behind it being having a black rodeo owner. Yeah, to show people how they establish their stable when it comes to their bullet riding and having rodeos and stuff like that. And a lot of people, like I said, was discouraged because it supposed that symbolize of a Black History Month stable. But like I said, I don't think Nike went to that type of turn with that. So it kind of like threw a lot of people off on that particular shoe or feel like they're on the fence with it because it wasn't to where it tends to where it's going to be for Black History Month. But like I said, they still gonna release the shoe. Like I said, definitely will be releasing at 10 a.m. Eastern time today on Sneakers app. So just be ready. Like I said, it's gonna be a good shoe, man. If you into Nike SBs, it's definitely a nice shoe. And like I said, for 135, it's not a bad price. So like I said, hopefully, it's a drawing too. So you gotta be ready for that because it's definitely gonna be it's gonna be limited. Definitely gonna be limited. Ain't no Nike SBs is not limited, especially that particular shoe. That's definitely gonna move. But like I said, everybody probably gonna skip it or maybe just wait for the other release for these. Or if they do it early access for these white cement fours, because like I said, definitely in the works. It's time for them to come out with their early access or shock drop. But we just don't know when. Like I said, it could be today, it can be Friday, it could be Monday or Tuesday. So we'll see how it goes. Because like I said, they have to do it before or a little bit after the UNC reimagines. Those definitely will be dropping Saturday. If y'all guys try to go after those too as well. I talked about that too in my last live. Those definitely may be a hit or miss for a lot of people. A lot of people was on the fence of that because of the midsole. They didn't like the midsole too much, especially with the reimagined look when it comes to the dark sail midsole. People didn't really care for it too much. So it wasn't, their go-to with it. And it's below retail right now. So a lot of people not really trying to go after that shoe. I just think they putting all the eggs in one basket for these white cement fours. So it kind of threw off the energy for those. So like I said, I can see those hitting the outlets very, very, very soon. So like I said, just be ready. Like I said, today is definitely gonna be a crazy release, especially for these. Like I said, hopefully a lot of people can be able to get them for retail, so we can get them and then get ready for the summer, man. Because like I said, we got a lot of other releases coming, especially come Sneakers app, and it definitely gonna be a go-to shoe in the stable for a lot of sneakerheads for this white cement four. So like I said, it's gonna be crazy, man. We got a lot of fire releases coming up, especially when it comes to retro Jordan. So hopefully, and then you got the Carmelo 12s. A lot of people want to go after those too. The Carmelo 12s are nice too. I mean, it's a nice looking clean shoe. It reminds me of the Legend Blue 11s, but it's just in the 12 form, and that's gonna be a nice looking shoe too as well, especially for the spring and the summer. So it's definitely, like I said, Jordan been giving us what we want, man. We can't complain. Well, we're not getting what we want. So they've been throwing them out there. So we just have to just try to get them, for retail, and hopefully don't pay resale for these. But like I said, we got a lot of releases coming, man. We got a lot of them coming. And then you got the Sky Pack, for the hype beasts. If you're into the Sky Pack, definitely a good looking shoe too as well. I think they trying to do a little bit better when it comes to their design, and they want to try to woo some people to try to buy some of their shoes again because Sakai's was at one time was a good shoe to buy, especially like around 2020, 2021. But after 2022, a lot of people fell off of this shoe because they were just throwing them on different types of models, and a lot of people was not feeling it. But at the same time, that wasn't the move for that. So I think Sakai went back into the lab. Like, we're gonna try to figure this out so we can try to get us to buy those shoes again. And these shoes actually looking pretty good now. So I definitely will look in interest with those. But like I said, a lot of people got more of their eyes on just the white cement fours and the Carmelo 12s. Like I said, they want these shoes because these shoes hasn't been retro in a long time. So they definitely want to try to get these, man. So hopefully Sakai will do numbers the way they want to, but like I said, they in the sandwich in between that, with the retro. So we'll see how it goes with that. Like I said, hopefully today we get the white cement forest. I want everybody to get them. If we can get them for retail, that'd be excellent. That'd be good for me. That'd be good for you too as well. Because like I said, we don't want to pay resale and paying 400 plus for this shoe, knowing we can get it for retail. So we just have to wait and see what Nike gonna do. That's it. But like I said, Nike SBs, rodeos will be dropping soon in less than a half hour. Hopefully you guys be ready for that because definitely going to be the move, especially if you're an SB fan. And at the same time, it's a good looking shoe. Like I said, I seen it. on other sneaker YouTubers videos. Like I said, it's a nice looking shoe, man. Like, you know, just that teal is gonna pop, it's gonna show, especially during the summer. Then they got the rope lacing this inside. It's a really good shoe. Like I said, it's just I don't see the controversy with it, especially when it comes to just to look at the shoe. You can't take away the craft of the shoe, knowing what Nike does, especially with SBs. You know, they do a good job with that. You know, you gotta give them credit where it's due. But at the same time, you know, like I said, it's a drawing, and we have to be ready for the drawing because it's gonna be a crazy release for that shoe, man. So we'll see how it goes with that. Like I said, we got the shock drop, hopefully the potential early access for these, so we can probably get those for early access. We'll see what Nike gonna do. Like I said, I see around 2 p.m. they will get something. We'll know. Maybe not get nothing, but hopefully we get something. Like I said, there's definitely gonna be something going on to where we can figure out where this shoe gonna stand at within a couple weeks. So we need to know, especially because with Nike. Nike, you hear us? We need to know when them shoes y'all gonna drop them today or tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, because I know it ain't gonna go past that. Because like I said, you still got the UNC rematches. They definitely gonna be dropping those soon this Saturday. So like I said, it's gonna be a move, man. Like I said, if you're trying to go after those, let me know in the comments if y'all trying to go after those for retail, because it's gonna be a crazy release for those. So just be mindful. Like I said, we got a lot of releases coming around. So and Nike is giving us what we want. We just have to be there on time when they drop them, so we can try to get them for the drop. Because like I said, they only gonna have probably for the white cements. Like I said, they're gonna have a large amount of pairs. So I can see them having probably like about, to my numbers for that particular release, I think they're gonna push it up to almost close to 100,000 pairs. So we'll see how it goes with that. So hopefully they do 100,000 pairs. I give it more of a chance for us to get them, but they may slim it down to maybe like 60,000. That's why I've been hearing 60,000 pairs. But they may push it up to 100,000 pairs. So we'll see how it goes with that, because we want to try to get much as pairs or try to get many pairs as we get, because I know a lot of people want to double up. They want to triple up on this shoe and have one for Ready to Rock and one stop. So at the same time, because we don't know when Nike going to re-release those again. So like I said, be ready. Like I said, definitely later on today around 2 p.m. Hopefully Eastern time, around that time, they definitely be dropping those on the sneakers app for early access. So, like I said, today we was just talking about the Nike SB Rodeos. Definitely gonna be a go-to shoe. Like I said, for 135, it's not bad. And like I said, it's gonna be in the drawing, so just be mindful. You know, you gotta put your entries in. Have more than one device as well too, so the better your chance of trying to cop these and go from there, because they will be dropping soon. So just be ready for that. We got 2 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Like I said, we just here talking about the Nike SB Rodeos. It's definitely gonna be the move, especially for a lot of people that like into SBs and also into just the storyline SBs. So, like I said, you know, let me know in the chat if y'all trying to grab those. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go after them myself and try to get them for retail, and hopefully I can hit on them, man. It's been a while since I hit on the SB dunk. No, like I said, he hit on the SB4s, but I ain't hit on the SB dunk. So let's see how it goes with that. My positive energy is ready, it's locked in. So we try to get them for retail, because I can see that shoe probably going up to the 300s. Sorry guys, I can see the numbers going up to the 300s, and probably sit there for a while, because like I said, it's a good looking shoe. It has a good storyline with it. It's definitely gonna be it's stable in a lot of the sneakerheads collection and a lot of skateboard collections. So it's definitely gonna be a piece to the Nike SB community. So just be ready for that. Like I said, you got the Carmelo 12s. We didn't really talk about those much. Like I said, it's a clean looking shoe, you know, with that white and that Denver blue, you know, colorway. It's a nice colorway, because like I said, it hasn't been re-released since 2004. So it's been a long time, been 21 years since that shoe ever been re-retro. So it's definitely gonna be on a lot of people's old head eyes to try to get these, especially big fans of Carmelo Anthony. If you're a big fan of Carmelo Anthony, it's definitely going to be a go-to shoe in your collection, because a lot of people has a Carmelo Anthony inspired shoe, because I know he did it with some Jordan 13s, and he did something with some ones. So he actually did his actual PE with the Jordan 12. So that's why a lot of people tends to want to go after those because they want to get those and reminisce of what they had since the 2004 pair. They would release it then, but like I said, man, we got a lot of heat coming. As they said, in the month of May, you got some in the month of June and July and August and all the way up to December, man. We got heat just flowing through there, man. Like it's crazy. We got the Gammas gonna be coming soon. That's definitely gonna be a go-to shoe for a holiday shoe. You know, the Gammas, I'm doubling up on those. I do own a pair of Gammas in the sneaker room, so but it's time for a fresh pair. Like I said, it's been since 2013 since that shoe released, so it's about time for that to re-retro again. But we'll definitely be getting that soon. Like I said, around 2 weeks before Christmas, it's gonna be loaded. Like we got a lot of shoes coming out around that month, and November too. Cause Nike trying to get their money, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. Like this month so far, well, since February, from February all the way up to December, it's gonna be loaded with fire, man. Like this probably been the most fire shoes we've had in a long time, especially at the year, especially with the when the reimagined ones that came out, especially that came out. It's been crazy how sneakers been evolving. People been changing they sneaker style, especially when it comes to that. 'Cause a lot of people actually not buying Jordan ones like that no more. They buy a lot of more comfort. So it's just not the move right now. Jordan ones are pretty much the thing of the past right now. Like I said, until if they bring it, I mean, it could be a thing in the past, but at the same time, it could be a thing in the future because Nike know what they're doing. If they could just bring a Chicago back or whatever, it definitely gonna open a lot of people's eyes up because a lot of people still ain't got no Chicago ones. But right now, just the way how the market is, the way how it's been shifted. Jordan ones are not the move anymore for a lot of people, and they don't want to pay for those shoes because it's been oversaturated and it's not holding its value to some resellers. Not holding its value like it want to anymore. So they dumping them and they don't want to deal with them no more. So they'll just try to figure out, see what they want to do with that, and then the cycle of Jordan ones will come back around and people will start buying them again. It happens again. It always happens. It happened in 2015, 2016. It was crazy for those. It really a lot of people wasn't really going for those then. Then like around 2018, 2019, it started to escalate it back up, and then 2020 when Jordan did the last dance, then everybody just got back on the train and it skyrocketed. It skyrocketed since then for about 5 years up to now, and then now it's just plummeting back down again. So the Jordan one is just going in waves. Like it's definitely going in waves. It's definitely be back around again. And people gonna be forever loving the Jordan ones again. So like I said, just at the moment, they just pretty much is down in the back seat right now because a lot of other shoes are pretty much in demand now. Like I said, you got the White Smith 4s, they want those now. You got the Carmelo 12s that coming now. Your other models of retro Jordans that people want, and they going after that. They want it right now. This time of the year, especially this year, the last couple of years, people being more selective of what they buying now, especially when it comes to retros. And like I said, Jordan ones are just not the move anymore, especially when it comes to that. So. Like I said, the market's down for those, so it's definitely whatever shoe you trying to go after, especially the Jordan ones, they are definitely are there. So like I said, guys, we got less than 30 minutes for this drop for these Nike Rodeos. It definitely will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Hopefully, y'all can be able to get them for retail. It definitely will be dropping soon. Like I said, just to remind you, it's definitely going to be a draw on these, so make sure you have your entries in by 10 o'clock when they drop because it's going to be more than one person going after these, so make sure you have more than one device. And they definitely will be dropping soon, Eastern time, 10 o'clock on Sneakers app. And 9 o'clock, well, pretty much right now, Central Time on Sneakers app. But at the same time, just be ready. They definitely will be dropping soon. Like I said, it's a nice looking shoe, especially for 135. It's not a bad price for those. If you're interested in those, it's definitely a good shoe to have in the collection, especially if you're an SB fan or you're a skateboarder. It's definitely a good shoe to have in the collection. Like I said, it's a good shoe, man. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for this shoe. The look of the shoe looks good. The everything that comes with it is good. Like I said, the rope laces look good. The colorway took it. They did a good job with that shoe. It definitely shows like some Western style, Midwest, country style SBs. It's from the South. It's a nice looking shoe, man. Especially showing homage to the black rodeo owners. And like I said, they showed to where they put a stable into it to where, you could be a rodeo too, be a rodeo owner and own bulls and, into that type of stuff. And, anything is possible if you do it, do it right and accordingly. But like I said, you're gonna be dropping soon, sneakers app. Hopefully, you guys will try to cop them. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go after them myself, or we can try to see if we can get them for that retail price. And like I said, we'll be ready later, especially with the Nike Jordan white cements, man. Like those may be shop dropping today on the sneakers app, and also especially, they may do early access. So we'll see how it goes with that because we can try to get them for retail because it's going to be crazy, man. It's definitely going to be crazy. I want y'all to get them. Hopefully you can get them and we can talk about it. Like I said, that's what we talk about live. We talk about sneakers and we're going to continue to talk about sneakers and sneaker related content. But at the same time, we got the Carmelo 12s. Like I said, those definitely will be dropping soon. Sneakers app. It's a definitely good looking shoe. Definitely 12's always been like a hood shoe, so a lot of the people definitely gonna try to get those for that price. And 200 is gonna be the price for those, so definitely gonna be a go-to shoe for a lot of people who want to get those. And I see a lot of girls want to get them too as well, especially with that white and blue colorway. It's definitely somewhat universal color, especially for boys or girls. And it's definitely gonna be a good shoe, man, especially for the summer, and definitely for right now, just the rock, especially it's perfect timing for it. And definitely a good looking shoe, good looking 12. But like I said, overall, it's definitely gonna be a lot of fire coming, man. Like I said, from the month from now, well, from February all the way up to December, we're just gonna have a whole bunch of heat, man. We got a whole bunch of heat, man. Like I said, we even get into just more LeBrons coming. We got some more Kobe's coming. Um, Definitely got some more SBs coming. It's definitely gonna be a hectic rest of the year, man. Especially when it comes to sneaker releases, because Nike is trying to win over their customers again. They want them to come spend money again. And for us to get these releases that we want, we have to cater to them. And they know that we're gonna cater to them. But like I said, um, they've been doing good with the Vomeros, the shoes, the Vomeros pies. They've definitely been doing good with those. The Pegasus, they've been doing good with those, especially with comfort, but because they try to keep up with Asics and New Balance. Because Asics and New Balance, they've been killing it for the last 2 or 3 years, especially when it comes to just the design, the collabs, and the comfort. They've been doing their thing, and we can't even be mad about it because that's what Nike got to. They got to check in those boxes when it comes to that. When it comes to comfort and collabs, I know they try to do more. With Travis Scott, we got another release too coming with the Travis Scott. So we got some stuff coming, man. Like I said, it just takes time. Nike's just trying to just do what they can. They try to push a lot of these out, and let alone a lot of shoes that already got pushed back, like undefeated fours. Those got pushed back. So we got a little while, especially because of a lot of these releases, but they definitely will be dropping, man. Like I said, Nike is not going to disappoint us, especially when it comes to that. And we already got images that have been leaked out all over the net and all over social media. So it's definitely been around. Like I said, especially the official images for the White Cement fours, they definitely been around. Definitely, like I said, hopefully we get a shock drop today or early access because it's definitely gonna be something going on today. Some today, like I said, today, tomorrow, or Monday or Tuesday. One out of those 4 days, something's going to happen, especially because of these white cement fours. So just be ready, man. Like I said, I definitely gonna have an update. I definitely will be doing it live. And when it comes out, we're gonna definitely be here. So we'll be able to talk about these to try to get them for retail because it's gonna be the move for those, man. Hopefully, it's gonna be a smooth release, man. I hope so, man. I'm hoping, but that's gonna be a crazy release. Like I said, it's gonna be like how it was with the Lost and Found. That was a crazy release. I was blessed to even get those. We even got them on sneakers at. That's why I said I would never sell those. Like I would wear those to the ground because, like I said, that's probably like one of the toughest and longest releases that I ever been into and actually hit on it. Because a lot of people took L's on that. A whole lot of people took L's on them Lost and Founds. But they ain't really going much on the market right now because, like I said, a lot of people kind of fell off on the Jordan ones right now. But it'll go up. Those Chicago's, those definitely will go up. So it's definitely, it's going to take some time. So like I said, a lot of people is more on the fence with other shoes now. So they not really messing with them like that no more, guys. So like I said, they want these fours, they want the fives. Like I said, they had to reimagine fives, which they did an excellent job with those. I wish I would have got them while I could, and I missed out on them, man. I missed out on them. So hopefully they may do a restock on it. Maybe I finally, get them on the resale market. I might have to pay too much for them, but like I said, we got Travis Scott's coming. We got a couple more Travis Scott's coming at the end of this year. A lot of people weren't really feeling the ones that just came out. The Bright Cactus, definitely was a ideal for a lot of Travis Scott fans. I mean, a lot of people got some, a lot of people didn't. I actually hit on those on the Travis Scott website. That was just the first, but I wasn't really into that colorway because that that lime green, that Volt colorway, and that shoe is just kind of like turned a lot of people off. But that's why I think pretty wide too. I want to hit on there too because they do a lot of people want hit on those. So they gonna give it to the people that actually didn't that never wins on them, but they want to try to give to the people that actually try to get them. But like I said, a lot of people did get them. It sold out sneakers. Sneakers app. Usually a lot of that stuff sells out, especially when it comes to Travis Scott's. So they gonna try to get those. So hey, whatever you like is what you like. That's the main goal. You get what you like. But like I said, we got more Travis Scott's coming up at the end of the year, so just be ready for that. Like I said, Jordan 12 Carmelos are on the way too soon. After the UNC's, they reimagines dropped this Saturday. They definitely gonna have UNC's. UNC's will be dropping this Saturday. But after that, everybody gonna be focused on the white cement for it. So it's definitely gonna be the move for those. So just be ready for that because it's gonna be crazy for that release, man. It's definitely gonna be crazy. So guys, we got like 20 minutes left, especially for these UNC Nike SBs rodeos. Hopefully you guys try to go after those. Like I said, it definitely will be the move, especially comes 10 o'clock Eastern time. A lot of people won't go after them, man. Like I said, it's a drawing. A lot of people actually went to these skate shops and already copped theirs already. Like I said, they didn't did their raffles and won on them, and they got them on hand. So like I said, a lot of sneaker YouTubers, they already had put it up there on videos, so you can get to see how to get the first look on these. Just make sure you, like I said, just make sure you have an extra device around so you can be able to cop these for retail, so you don't have to pay resale for these. Like I said, I can see these going up to like 250, 300ish, and it's gonna sit there for a while. Cause like I said, I don't see these really going too much crazy money. But like I said, it's a good looking shoe. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good looking shoe. But I don't see it going past $300 or $400. It 300 at that. But like I said, a lot of people still try to put their focus on these Nike Jordan white cements. That's gonna be the move. The white cement 4 is gonna be a move for a lot of people. Like I said, it's been a buzz around for early access and also for just shock drop. So we'll see how it goes, especially for this, because hopefully, we want to get people to get these for retail, not for resale. So hit that like button, guys. If you're in the chat, man, hit that thumbs up. You want to get the shoes for retail, so we can, be able to get them for not for resale, so we can be able to get them for what we pay for. So at the same time, like I said, today we just talking about the Nike SB4 rodeos. Hopefully y'all like the shoe. I like the shoes. A good look, especially for the spring and summer. Definitely gonna try to go after those. It definitely will be a drawing for those. I just want you to get them, man. If you can get them, man. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you're going after those. I'm definitely gonna try to go after those. We got 18 minutes, guys. It's getting close, guys. Like I said, we have to be ready, man, for this drop. Probably like around 9:50. I'll make sure you get ready. Make sure you have Apple Pay, PayPal ready. Make sure you have multiple devices ready so we can try to cop these for retail. Cause we don't want to pay resale for these bad boys. We want to pay retail for these. So, like I said, after that, we'll have our focus on these white cement 4s. They definitely will be dropping. Hopefully, we get early accesses on these. I want to be able to get an early access on these. You too as well. I want y'all to get early access for these. And so we'll have to sit there and wait for that big release, especially comes on May 24th, because that's gonna be the move, especially for those, man. It's definitely gonna be the move for those. So let me know, man, in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show me some love, man. So help this channel grow, make it bigger. It helps the algorithm be able to push my videos more like they should, so we can be able to do more content like we doing here. So hit that like button, man. Show some love. There's 3 people in the chat. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like I said, with these releases coming up, man. Like I said, if any of these releases you trying to go after, let me know in the comments what shoe you try to go after. Because like I said, it's been a lot. I copped already, but it's a lot too I want to get on my radar. But I'll say I've been very particular on what shoes I want to get, especially because of these releases. So, like I said, just let me know, man, what y'all trying to get, man. Y'all trying to go after the white cement fours, or today y'all trying to go after the Nike SB rodeos, or y'all trying to go after the Carmelos is coming soon, the UNC reimagines on Saturday. We got a lot of stuff coming up with this week, man. Like, it's just Nike trying to give us options. They give us what we want, so we have to just be patient, and hopefully, we can probably get these bad boys for retail, because that's the move. We're trying to get it for retail. So, like I said, we got literally like 15 minutes. I'm sure probably right in a few minutes, well, a few seconds, I'll be getting a notification, especially when it comes to the Nike SBs. I'm sure you guys will be getting a notification soon, so just be ready in a matter of seconds. It definitely be getting a notification. Like I said, it's a good looking shoe. Hopefully you can get them. Like I said, for retail, they're definitely gonna say they're gonna do a drawing. I wish they did a Leo drop. It definitely would have been great, but Nike gonna do what they want to do, especially when it comes to drops. So we just have to just be mindful and just hopefully you can do it on multiple devices, let alone get on your lucky device that you hit on, and go from there. And then, like I said, later we'll be talking about the white cement fours. Hopefully they'll drop around 2 o'clock, so we can be able to get those for retail, because I want to get those. Hopefully they do early access on these, so we can get them for retail, because like I said, they have to drop these soon. Like I said, it has to be today, Friday, Monday, or Tuesday. It has to be one out of those 4 days for this particular shoe to drop. Like I said, we got 2 weeks in left to be able to get these shoes for retail, and we don't want to pay resale for these. I don't, because like I said, once them shoes drop and they done with the release for that moment, they gonna at least go about 400 plus. There's no question to that. I'm not seeing this shoe going $400 or lower, especially for this shoe. It definitely, people want this shoe. I'm just saying, you got people that are gonna be coming outside trying to get this shoe for for their shoes for the summer. They gonna get these white cement fours. These Jordans gonna be the move. But like I said, hopefully we can try to get them for retail, so we can try to get them for a good price, so we ain't gotta pay resale for these. Because like I said, it's gonna be 400 plus for these. I already know that for a fact. But like I said, just be ready. 14 minutes. We got 6 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button, man. If y'all trying to go after these Nike rodeos, SBs, this will be dropping soon within 14 minutes. We also, like I said, we got the hopefully we get the white cement early access on these white cement fours. So like I said, it's gonna be a hectic rest of the year, especially for these releases. Like I said, I'm gonna go live every single release that's probably dropped. If nothing lowers with it, I can do it. But definitely gonna be trying to do a live for every single release for these, so y'all get the info and the insight, especially when it comes to that. I'm definitely still gonna be going back doing my normal videos, but I'm just trying to do a different curve and try to do more lives for you guys, so you can see more of me. So then seeing it on actual video stuff when I used to do it, but I'm definitely gonna still be doing that still. But I want to do more lives too, especially when it comes to upcoming releases and just on the spot releases coming up soon, like really live releases. So, like I said, we got 13 minutes left. These Nike Rodeos, SBs, lows will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Make sure y'all have your info ready, especially when it comes to that. Make sure your PayPal, make sure your Apple Pay is ready. Make sure all those things are ready, especially when it comes to that. Because I want y'all to get it for retail. Make sure y'all have a multiple device. If you got a tablet or a laptop as well, make sure y'all have that too as well, so you can get it for retail. So you don't have to have a much of a hassle of a checkout, especially when it comes to these. Because like I said, a lot of people don't go for them. A lot of people already have them on hand. They got them to where they got them from their local skate shops, and they end up copying these for retail. They skate shops I went on a raffle. So a lot of people actually went after these. Like I said, a lot of people still waiting because they want to get the white cement for it. So they try not to spend too much money, because they want to use that money to buy the white cement for us, which I understand. I definitely understand that, because it's definitely gonna be a move for a lot of people. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of people coming outside. They aunties, uncles, grandpa, all of these people gonna be coming outside to try to get this shoe. Because like I said, they ain't seen that shoe since, like I said, 2015 or since 1989. That's when these fours actually been around. So like I said, definitely just be around. Like I said, it definitely will be dropping soon, May 24th. Make sure you check the date, mark that date, May 24th. these Jordan 4s white cements will be dropping on Sneakers app. It's already sold probably today or after today. They definitely or after that or after Saturday, they will be uploaded on Sneakers app. That I know. They definitely will be uploaded. They already got the official images. They already did the official images yesterday. So they definitely will be having them uploaded on Sneakers app. Probably today or tomorrow. They definitely will have them up there. Cause definitely, it's time. It's almost time. It's definitely time. People been waiting for them, and they're not gonna hold back. So, like I said, just be ready. Today we may get something, so we'll see how what Nike gonna do, especially when it comes to that. So we can try to get them for retail, cause like I said, 2 o'clock. That's why I think they're gonna drop them. So just be ready for that. And like I said, we got the Nike SBs. We'll be dropping it in less than 10 minutes. So just be ready for that. Just be mindful of that, cause it's gonna be a draw. So just be ready for that. And for 135, it's not a bad price for it. So make sure y'all be ready for that and get ready for the draw. So at the same time, like I said, 10 minutes till, we want to get ready. Make sure you have your PayPal ready. Make sure you have your Apple Pay ready. Like I said, it's going to be a good looking shoe to have in the collection. If you're an SB fan, a skateboarder, definitely a sneakerhead, you collect SBs. Definitely a good looking shoe to have. So just be ready, man. Like I said, you got less than 10 minutes for this shoe. Hopefully you can get them. I want y'all to get them for retail, and we move on to the next release. So at the same time, guys, we got 2 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Let me know you in the chat. Let me know too. Also, if you try to go after these Nike SBs today, or actually you sitting around waiting to see if we're gonna get a shock drop or early access on these white cement 4s. So we'll see how it goes. At the same time, like I said, we got less than 10 minutes, guys. I'm about to get off of here soon, so we can try to get ready for this release. Let me know, like I said, in the comments if you're going after these or not. If not, that's fine. Like I said, you wait for the white cement 4s, that's fine too. But at the same time, we got a lot of releases ahead. Like I said, don't get discouraged if you miss them, because we got a lot more to go. Like I said, from here all into December, we got a heck of a lot of releases. And Nike ain't playing. Like I said, they just slowly put fire out here like they normally do, just to get people get their eyes ready for it, so we can be able to get them for in the time when it drop. Because like I said, they want to try to get everybody's money. Like I said, you got Nike, they doing their thing. Like I said, you got New Balance doing their thing. You got Asics doing their thing. Like I said, they've been doing collabs. They've been up there, man. Especially when it comes to just collabs and comfort, man. That's what people been buying, and it shows. Like I said, it shows. I called this 2 years ago. That I said Asics gonna be up there for sneaker of the year, especially when it comes to just for the comfort and the collab and just for the price point. Aces is up there. So right now, as we speak, they're up there. So like I said, overall, um, just be ready. Like I said, we got 9 minutes left, guys. Make sure y'all be ready. I'm gonna stay on here for like a couple more minutes. Like I said, we just gonna here talk about more about sneakers, so we can be ready, so we can get these for retail. Like I said, that's the goal. Get it for retail, because we don't want to pay resale for these. So we're gonna try to get it for retail, so we can be happy campers, happy sneakerheads, and we can move on to the next release. Because we don't want to pay resale. I mean, we have to, depending on the shoe and price point. If you have to pay that, take the L and do the price, and do this, pay resale, that's fine, man. It's not gonna kill you in the long run if that shoe goes up even more. That's why people, bought the Nigels, the brick by bricks, because of the fact they knew if they don't buy them now, that price gonna skyrocket even more, because a lot of people still want that shoe to this day. Even I still want it. I don't even own it yet. So hopefully one day I'll be able to cop those. Like I said, I took an L on those when they did release, but hopefully Nigel will, re-release those, or let alone, give people another opportunity to cop these, because definitely would be a great thing to have in the collection, to have those. Because I know a lot of people already have them, they enjoying them, wearing them, and blase blase. But at the same time, we'll see how it goes. So as I said, we got the white Smiths coming. Like I said, hopefully at 2 o'clock we get something. Hopefully we got to hear something from Nike. So we just got to just hold off for a little while, and hopefully we'll hear something from them. Like I said, the words around definitely been early access. So we'll see how it goes with that. Like I said, guys, I'm about to get off here, guys. We got 7 minutes left. We gotta get ready for this release. Hopefully y'all like the live today. We talked about with the SB rodeos. Hopefully y'all can try to get them for retail. We got 5 people in the chat. Hit that like button, man. Good luck to everybody that's trying to go after these Nike rodeos. Hopefully y'all can get them for retail and get them off the drawer from Nike sneakers. And also just be ready, like I said, around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Definitely will be ready. Hopefully we'll get something with Nike, especially with the shock drop or early access. So at the same time, like I always say, hug your loved ones because you'll know the next time you see them again. And I definitely will see y'all soon. Definitely thank you guys just for supporting me on my lives. Thank you for everybody's coming in. We'll definitely have more lives on the future, and I definitely will see y'all next time. And y'all have a good one. Have a great Thursday, and let's get ready for this release. Peace.